Pavlina from Pavlina's Kids Place. I'm on location in Daytona Beach with Mike Huckabee on his book tour. Hello.
Hi, nice to be with you tonight.
Yes, nice to be with you. How are you?
I'm doing great. We're having a great book tour, meeting a lot of terrific people all over America, and I've been signing hundreds, if not thousands, of copies of Dear Chandler, Dear Scarlett, which has been a very fun book to prepare and watch people read.
Awesome. Okay. So you said in your book that, you have like a ton of pictures on your cell phone of Scarlett and Chandler. What is your latest picture and what made it special?
I have a little video of Chandler riding a little rocking horse on Thanksgiving Day at my sister's house. And I think it's pretty doggone cute. He gets a little cowboy hat on, and it's a pretty nice little photo.
Awesome. That's great. Okay. So this book has great advice for your grandchildren and when they're teenagers and everything. So around my age. And what advice do you think you'll give them or tell them?
My guess is when they're teenagers, they won't listen to a thing I tell them. And one of the reasons that I wrote the book was because I know that when they get really old enough to start wondering about their grandfather and what he thought and what he believed, I may not be around to talk to them, because they may be in their 40s before they even care. And that's unfortunately the way it sometimes works. So what I wanted to do was write this book for them, but it's really not just for them. It's a book for every parent and grandparent so that they'll start thinking about how they're going to leave their stories with their kids. And so if people read the book and they enjoy it and they're entertained by it and encouraged by it, that's part one. Part two is that they write their own stories and leave something for their children.
Yes, definitely. Awesome. Okay. So pecan pie, is it a favorite or not?
It's one of my favorites.
Oh, really?
There's so many that I like. Pecan pie is very good, but I tell a story in the book about Miss Mary's Pie Shop. And of all the pies that she makes, it's hard for me to choose between the apple fried pies and the coconut pie, which is to die for.
Really?
Meringue as high as Dolly Parton's hairdo in 1965. And that's something you wouldn't understand, but trust me, it would be tall.
Yes, definitely. Because I read somewhere that you had to pick up all the pecans from a tree one time. So that's why I was wondering.
When I was little, my parents used to make me pick up pecans. One of the stories that I tell in the book is about picking up the pecans because I want my children and grandkids to understand, why do we have to work? What is the value of that? And as I talk about, some things that we dread when we're little, and I just remind myself that I hated doing that when I was a child. Today, I would love to have pecan trees, but you don't appreciate what you have when you're a child. That's part of life.
So I talked to Charlie Daniels last week, actually on Veterans Day, and he said you were a really good guy. So
I played with him before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I played on stage with Charlie and his band, and it was just an incredible experience. He's one of the nicest, most amazing people in the whole world, and gosh, I just love him. And he, as long as he's been playing, he still goes out on that stage and plays like it's his first time, and he's having the time of his life.
He's awesome. I loved him. I like him too. So, but you have a lot of cool musicians on your show and everything. Is there someone you would really like to jam with that you haven't had on your show yet?
I haven't had Charlie on the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've played with him on stage before, but I'd love to have him. There's so many people I'd love to have.
Yeah.
Somebody that'll probably never do my show, but I think it'd be fun to be Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think so.
Okay, so I remember you telling me you have Chinese food for Christmas every time. So is it are you going to carry that tradition through your grandkids now?
Absolutely. I hope they like it because that's what we're going to do until they get old enough to decide to do something different.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you. It's great to see you again. Maybe I'll be back around, and if I do, you promise to show up?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for coming out tonight.